Broadcasting from the Capital City Music Studios of Kool 95.5 around the world, it's Kool Classic Hits Friday Night Live. I'm DJ Ziggy. It's time for you to meet the artist on tonight's show. Tonight we are pleased to bring you Britt Johnson. Also tonight on Kool 95.5's Friday Night Live, we present Scott Grant. Meet Carissa Lee. This is Federal Expression. Britt emerged on the scene 5 years ago with a big bang, bringing an eclectic plethora of songs written from heartfelt experiences and casual observations. She has a knack for writing highly visual songs with catchy melodies to go along with her colorful and energetic live performances. Britt puts it best, "I'm just a little on the silly side and perhaps a little twisted." We think she is an interesting musician with lots to offer. Don't miss her signature songs such as Muse, Bearable at Best, and Wildflower. Britt's small in stature, but her presence on stage is massive. She is a Montgomery Area Musicians Association member. Kool 95.5 and Mama are proud to have Britt on tonight's show, and we know you are going to enjoy her performance in just a few moments. Scott is a singer, songwriter, and guitarist who has fronted and played sideman with several bands over the last 20 years, performing R&B and funk, country and rock, blues, and originals. With your first look at Scott on stage, you can immediately tell that he is a very natural and versatile guitar player and singer. In the past, he has auditioned for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, worked with the late legendary blues harp player Topper Price. He played in David Allan Coe's band, along with opening shows for Willie Nelson, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Alabama, the Black Crowes, and Pat Green. Scott's album Gemini was released in June 2012 with some great players including Oteil Burbridge of the Allman Brothers Band. We are glad to have this Montgomery Area Musicians Association singer and songwriter on Kool 95.5's Friday Night Live. Carissa was lucky enough to grow up in a household where music was encouraged. Around 18, she began getting serious about her music, picked up a guitar, and started writing her own tunes. Soon after, she was performing and entertaining folks in the River Region of Alabama. For River Region talent that is new to the stage, you wouldn't know it. She's as seasoned on stage as any of the veteran performers on our show tonight. Carissa Lee says she's deeply influenced by Johnny Cash, Janis Joplin, Hank Sr., Alice in Chains, The Judds, and Pink Floyd. She enjoys a wide variety of music. She describes her style as a mixture of music and storytelling, a smooth blend of folk and rock. She gets her inspiration for the songs she writes from daily life, heartaches and heartbreaks, the ups and downs, the good times and the bad. Carissa is another example of just how much talent we have in Montgomery and in the River Region of Alabama. Another proud member of the Montgomery Area Musicians Association, we hope you will enjoy her around the world tonight on Kool 95.5's Friday Night Live. Federal Expression is a 7-piece band that burst onto the scene very recently and has made significant waves in the southeast United States. Most of the band members have known each other since they were kids. Lead singer Patrick Skelton says, "Most that know us would say that we are still teenagers that act like children." The members of Federal Expression have all arrived to their love of music in different ways, which easily explains the wide variety of styles and textures that can be heard in their original songs. If you listen to Federal Expression songs, you'll hear a bit of blues, jazz, reggae, folk, and jam, and don't forget the Grateful Dead. Their popular tagline is, "Good friends that make music for people who like music and want to be friends." Check out their popular signature songs, Dancin' Maiden, Water Slide, and The Streets of Montgomery. The band is also a proud member of the Montgomery Area Musicians Association.
Hey! Thank you very much. Thank you for being here tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, music lovers locally and around the world. Welcome to Friday Night Live. From Kool Classic Hits, I'm your host tonight, DJ Ziggy. Come on, let's do it again. For our listeners on Kool 95.5, 1250 AM radio, you can watch it now on KoolClassicHits.com. We welcome everybody here in our studio audience and around the world to enjoy this historic broadcast that you are now a part of. A few thank yous, though. We got to get those out of the way. Definitely you have to recognize the Montgomery Area Musicians Association, the River Region, that's right. Based in the River Region here in Central Alabama, they bring us the talent tonight. We also want to say a special thank you to New Media Streaming, the very talented Sound of Life through video guys behind the scenes tonight. Big round of applause for those guys. And to Guest House Studios, our premium recording and master mix for tonight's show. I'll tell you what, he can provide you the services for your album. Big round of applause for Tony Bunger. And a special thank you to Wishbone Studio, our host facility tonight right now in lovely Montgomery, Alabama. A venue of all ages, a place you can rock your event. And I'd like to personally thank the staff and production studios of Kool 95.5, WRBZ, my boss, my studio, for making the live broadcast that you're listening to right now available on your radio around the Montgomery area, Central Alabama. Ah, yes, and here we go. And finally, a special shout out to all the musicians in the world for the music that you make. I give you one of those artists right now here on Friday Night Live. Coming to the stage next, Britt Johnson.
What's up, y'all? I'm Britt. Can't make myself forget you when you cross my mind. It's just like you have these shades to dim the stars in my eyes. Feels like I've known you all my life, but Mama said, girl, don't ever play with fire. Yeah, what a beautiful muse you become. You make me want so cold. Use me up till you got all you need. Let this sweet poison set you free. I wanna set you free. Let me set you free. I'll set you free. No need to thank me, the pleasure's all mine. Drink from my nectar till you're feeling fine. There's plenty of poison here if you dig deep. If you be my wolf, I'll be your black sheep. Yeah, what a beautiful muse you become. You made me want so cold. Use me up till you got all you need. Let this sweet poison set you free. I wanna set you free. Let me set you free. I'll set you free. It's times like these when heaven seems so out of sight. Stuck here where everyone thinks you've lost your mind. I promise you I'll hang on your every word. 'Cause baby, you make me freer than a bird. Yeah, what a beautiful muse you become. You make me want so cold. Use me up till you got all you need. Let this sweet poison set you free. I'm gonna set you free. Let me set you free. Thank y'all. Man, I like it here. No shoes, I feel like I'm at home. This next one is called Black Sheep. It's one about not fitting in. I don't know, who'd have thunk it? We got what for? I'm sick, no cure. I'm tired, can't sleep. Just blending a black sheep. Blending, blending, blending. Smile bright, I won't hurt myself so they don't. I me can't be just blending black sheep. Blending, blending, blending. 'Cause you're the only one who's ever sinned. With no skeletons of their own. It's so much easier to cast their stones. Easier to cast their stones. Don't cry, why not? Chained up, left to right. The pain cuts deep. Just blending black sheep. Blending, blending, blending. 'Cause you're the only one who's ever sinned. With no skeletons of their own. It's so much easier to cast their stones. Easier to cast their stones. Stand tall, not a chance. Forgot how to dance. Sing out quietly. Just blending black sheep. Blending black sheep. Thank y'all. I feel better now. This is one I wrote for my little girl, my little meanie. There's nothing wrong with the face staring back at ya. It's the most beautiful face I've ever seen. Hair filled with golden drops of sunlight. Eyes still filled with unshattered dreams. So dance where the wind takes you, wildflower. That smile on your face has an power. You're so fearfully and wonderfully made. Dance, wildflower, 'cause you're not afraid. There's nothing wrong with the spirit you possess, 'cause beauty is fearless and beauty is free. Stretch those little arms out to the sky. You're untouchable and will always be. I said dance where the wind takes you, wildflower. That smile on your face has an unknown power. You're so fearfully and wonderfully made. Dance, wildflower, 'cause you're not afraid. When tears rolling like thunder push away the dark and smile, remember Jesus loves you. You're only trapped here for a while. So dance where the wind takes you, wildflower. That smile on your face has an unknown power. You're so fearfully and wonderfully made. Dance, wildflower, 'cause you're not afraid. Dance, wildflower, like you're not ashamed. I like that one too. Y'all are too sweet. This is my girl power song. I wake up in the morning and shut the curtains in my room. Nothing like a sense of impending doom. Power finds fire with fire. No need to feel accepted. I can't get any higher. No, I wasn't stoned when I paid out what to wear. I made do things some people wouldn't dare. Got a taste for rum and cheap cigarettes. What if on a good day I'm bearable at best? I said, what if on a good day I'm bearable at best? I'm bearable at best. I'm bearable at best. I hear the whispers when I walk into the room. Might I say it isn't nice to assume you're scared of things that you can't understand. My lack of caring gives me the upper hand. No, I wasn't stoned when I picked out what to wear. I made do things some people wouldn't dare. Got a taste for rum and cheap cigarettes. What if on a good day I'm bearable at best? I said, what if on a good day I'm bearable at best? I'm bearable, bearable at best. I'm bearable, wasn't stoned when I picked out what to wear. Made you think some people wouldn't dare. Got a taste for romance, cheap cigarettes. What if on a good day I'm bearable at best? I said, what if on a good day I'm bearable at best? I'm bearable at best. No, I wasn't stoned when I picked out what to wear. Thank you.
Hi, this is Iggy, and you're watching Friday Night Live. We'll be right back with more bands.
I'm Don Day. I do the afternoons here at Kool 95.5. I do 3 till 6 every weekday afternoon. I certainly am, and I'm glad we're tied in with them. I think it's going to be a good marriage. It's going to be kind of tough because I don't want to go out anymore. So, yeah. All right, I can give you something. I don't get a chance to get out very much to the local clubs and so forth. As old as I am, I'm pretty much old as dirt these days. But I do know, I hear what's going on, and I know that the clubs are welcoming new acts. And I think the people, the fans, are out there supporting the new acts around the area too. That's great. Absolutely. I think it's going to be tremendously beneficial to the local bands. Anytime you get an organization that can help corral people and corral groups to get a common cause accomplished, then it's going to be good.
All right, we'll be right back with more bands on Friday Night Live.
That's right. More bands right back here on Friday Night. Heck, actually, welcome back to Friday Night Live. I'm hanging out with Britt Johnson right here on this stage. What an outstanding performance, right?
Thank you.
Hey, Britt, so I just want to tell you, we've had people checking in from all over the world tonight for you listening, from Tokyo to Japan to Austria.
No pressure.
No, you're done now, so it's good. It's all on the next guys. So, hey, tell the world where you're from, Britt.
I was born and raised in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah? Woo! They got any big sports
but
teams
I'm in Prattville now.
Oh, okay. So I understand your music routine. You often think of a lot of your songs at nighttime. How's that routine kind of work out for you?
Well, you know, a man will make me angry. I'm not going to say any names. or my daughter will do something really cute, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I catch a hook. And I'm up till 5 o'clock writing it and recording it so I don't forget.
A lot of milk and coffee, huh?
Diet Coke. That's my weakness.
Now, you sang one song tonight called Wildflower.
Yes.
And you talk about your little one, Julie. It just hits you at the heart. And you just kind of watch the tears come to your eyes. Anybody says Julie, she just goes, ah. Tell us about that song, Wildflower. How'd you come up with that one?
I was playing a show one night, and I don't get to do a whole lot of shows that are family-friendly places. And so I was playing somewhere, and she was able to come along, and I played the Florence and the Machine song. It was one of her favorites, and she said, "Mom, will you play that song and let me just come sit beside you in the chair?" And I said, "Yeah, that's fine." So my husband's taping it, and when he's taping it, you can see her inching up in the chair, and then she starts doing this number, And but it really touched me how free-spirited she was, and that she dances to her own tunes,
She's a pretty cool girl. You guys need to...
She's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you'll see her. She'll be probably some dancer someplace. You'll see her, and she'll be like a choreographer or something like that, right?
She's already writing songs.
There she goes. Okay, so listen, you're following in the footsteps of a lot of folks. Montgomery is where we are today. Montgomery, Alabama, for those streaming in around the world and listening across Kool 95. A lot of Grammy in fact, Beth Nielsen Chapman's from here. She's a Grammy nominee. Tommy Beavers, Grammy Award winner. We've got a lot of challenges. You might be the next one, right?
Yeah, I
hope. So now that you're continuing on with all this, what are some of your fondest musical memories? Tell the world.
My mother, my dad and my mother both play instruments. My dad can play any instrument you hand him, but he plays the sax, and that is the sexiest instrument ever, I think. But as a child, I'd be in there playing Barbies with my stepsister, and my dad would be playing the sax or listening to my mom play piano.
Sure,
Really,
sure.
it got down in my bones, you know.
So, well, you're a great performing artist.
Thank you.
You know, you're a member of the Montgomery Musicians Association,
Yes,
so we're
sir.
delighted to have you for that. Again, following in the footsteps. Now, you and I talked a little bit yesterday, and we said, okay, Ziggy, what's a fun question? You said, ask me a fun question. So I thought of this one here for you. I'll say, if you were out in the middle of the woods somewhere, and all of a sudden Sasquatch jumped out in front of you and said, sing a song, Britt, what would it be?
It was a one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater, one-eyed.
Hey, you're really great. Do you practice?
No, never.
Ladies and gentlemen in the studios tonight and around the world, right here on Friday Night Live, I give you Britt Johnson. That's right. Thanks for being here tonight, Britt.
Thank you.
Hey, stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Ziggy from Kool 95.5, and you're watching Friday Night Live.
Well, and a shout out was put on Facebook. Anybody interested in supporting local music was put out. So I went to the very first meeting, ended up really loving the idea. I've been supporting local music for many, many years. So I thought this was a great way to get everybody together. We want everybody to work together. We're not in competition with anybody. Everybody working together to support local musicians and the local venues that support local musicians.
I learned about Mama through several of the musicians I'm friends with here in the Montgomery area. I was invited through Facebook to attend their meetings. I'm really excited about the association and what it's going to do for the Montgomery area music scene.
I think it's great. I hadn't done much research, hadn't heard much about it, but in 5 years, I haven't had anybody come in here and do this type of stuff either. So I think it's really great for the music scene here because there's very few people that are doing live music that branches out from original bands or from local bands to national touring acts like Hank 3, which is Hank Jr.'s son, to different stuff like like I've got the Moonshine Band that's coming in from California.
I certainly am, and I'm glad we're tied in with them. I think it's going to be a good marriage.
Actually, Rip Christie, who is a very good friend of mine, had mentioned that he was getting ready to go to a meeting and he invited me to go. And he told me a little bit about it, what their goals were. And so I decided I was going to go because I represent, you know, a lot of people in Montgomery. I do promotions throughout the Montgomery area, and I wanted to check it out and see what it was all about.
Off the bat, they've basically booked my first 4 bands. Jeff Cummings, I'm just an awesome guy, the president of Mama. He's booked my first 4 bands, promoted them, created the event pages via social media. Their reach, I mean, they've got maybe 8,000 members. So when they create an event, that's 8,000 people that are looking at the event with a click of a button. So really, they've done it all.
We're Federal Expression, and you're watching Friday Night Live.
You're back, that's right. Hi there, good night, good evening here. I'm your host, DJ Ziggy, right here on Friday Night Live, here representing the Montgomery Musicians and Kool 95.5. I'll tell you, we've got a great lineup, and I give you right now on the stage, welcoming him, the greatest, one of the greatest artists ever, Scott Grant.
Good evening. This first song is called Truly. Truly I believe this is special. Truly I can see, baby, we will always be. Truly, baby, you know that I love you. And I know down in my soul, baby, just how much that you love me, yeah. I was a feeling, I was almost there, reeling in my own despair. You gave your love to me, baby, now I see the way. Apologies and promises are more than words we say. never mean to do you any wrong. 'Cause you make me feel like I haven't felt in oh so long. Decorate my life and you fill my heart with joy. I'm in love. I'm in love, baby. Truly, baby, I'm in love. Truly, I can see tomorrow. Truly, I can see, baby, we will always be. And truly, baby, you know that I love you. And I know down in my soul, baby, just how much that you love me, yeah. I would never mean to do you any wrong. 'Cause you make me feel like I haven't found in oh so long. You decorate my life and you fill my heart with joy. I'm in love. I'm in love. Truly, baby, I'm in love. Thank you so much. It's fun doing original stuff because there's nobody can tell you did it wrong. You know, if I hit a bad note, I wrote it that way. This next song is kind of my love affair of rhythm and blues and Motown music. It's a little tune I wrote called "What You See Is What You Get." Long before I knew there was already a song called "What You See Is What You Get," but yeah, mine's different. So. Tell me what you're all about, who you're supposed to be. I believe we could get along oh so easily. You ain't gotta try and please me, it's already there. Baby, don't you feel the magic in the air? Falling down, falling all around. Because what you see is what you get. Baby, I got the time. Come on over here and love me. Come on, baby, ain't no crime. What you see is what you get. Take your time, but don't be late. What you see is what you get. Why you gotta be so lonely? Come on, baby, take my hand. I got something good to show you, and I wanna be your man. I just ain't in no condition to be turned away. Please, baby, won't you come on out and play? I just don't know why. Why you say you're sorry when you see me cry? You ain't got no worries, you just do your thing. Because it's all about the love and the joy you bring to me. Because what you see is what you get. Baby, I got the time. Come on over here and love me. Come on, baby, ain't no crime. What you see is what you get. Take your time, but don't be late. What you see is what you get. Woo! All right, this is a couple songs of mine I put together here. The first song, I'm a fan of country music as well, and I know it's kind of weird how that fits in with R&B and everything, but it's all good. I mean, I like Merle Haggard, I like Marvin Gaye. It's all kind of the same thing to me. This first song is called Hard Driving Man, and it goes right into another song I wrote that's completely different. I call it La Verdad, which I believe is Spanish for the truth. Any Spanish-speaking people can tell me I might have just ordered an enchilada or something, but I hope it means the truth. And anyway, so that's what that is. I've been pulling these doubles just to ease my troubles in dealing with the IRS. Yeah, there's gonna be an audit on my 34 deductions, man. I tell you, it's a hell of a mess. I got an F-150 with some bars that I've been to, and I'm singled out by the law. I'm moving southbound down I-65 out of Keogh, Arkansas. Well, I'm 97 miles out of Oklahoma City, got a quarter tank of gas, and I'm feeling kind of shitty. Got a hubcap missing and my threads are bare, and I'm a little out of pocket for the next toll fare. Whoa, whoa, rev it up and let it go. Another town, another show, just a one-night stand. Whoa, whoa, wheels turning in double time. The road is a friend of mine. I'm a hard-driving man. I met a little girl at a honky-tonk juke joint coming on a bender, man. I caught her looking at me sitting pretty on a fender. Some slick started trouble, so I had to go defend her. I was throwing whiskey punches, but I never will surrender, man. I never always win, but I'm always a contender. She called me in the morning to see if I could lend her a place to crash. Yeah, I'm telling you, she ain't no trash. Whoa, whoa, I'm headed for Tennessee. Highways out in front of me to the promised land. Whoa, whoa, I'm just chasing the memory down. You know I'll always be around. I'm a hard-driving man. That's the medley part right there. Just go there with me, will you? Everybody is only thinking of their own self. We love this world to death. Almighty dollar for the instant satisfaction. Slaves to our own flesh. The things that we do will show to be true. Just as near we are to the end. We take from each other, our sisters and brothers are dying again and again. Whoa, oh, whoa, do, do, do. Hey, hey, hey. The government's in the devil's hands, sending young men off to die in foreign lands. The system is down and the word is out. Now it's come one, come all, and kill us from the inside out. The things that we do will show to be true. Just down there we are to the end. We take from each other, our sisters and brothers, dying again and again. Rockets, moonshots, spending all my have-nots. Big money, we can make it. Then some man ain't come, take it, boy, I see. I say, why? Oh, why? Why? Ooh. Thank y'all. See, when we first started this, I was going to do a different song there, but I found out some rules about professional get-ups like this. When you commit to something, they do the work quick, you know, and you got to do it. All right, so back in standard tuning here, hopefully. This next song is a blues tune that I wrote, and it's important that I point out that the first music that ever hooked me and made me fall in love, it's blues-based music. There was a harmonica player in Birmingham that I grew up around, and I followed him around everywhere, and he made, at Topper Price, he made blues music come alive to me. He was a real-life idol to me, and so this thing I wrote here is called Bad Women Lovin' Blues. It's kind of my, you know, if anybody's ever heard Robert Johnson, that's kind of like what this is kind of trying to be. Woke up this morning, I could see we were through. Choke back my tears, girl, and walk away from you. I said I woke up this morning, I could see that we were through. Hurts me to leave you. Ooh, bad women loving blues. Now when I go out in town, I always get the cheapest dish. If I was a fisherman, I'd catch all bottom fish. I don't mind. Man's gotta do what he must do. Gonna be mistreated. Ooh, bad women loving blues. Next time love comes around, I sure hope I can see. I'll do the choosing, she won't choose me next time. Lord knows what I could do. Gonna be mistreated, bad women loving blues. I said, you know bad things, girl. Woo, I love me a bad woman now. Bad women loving blues. Thank y'all so much. All right, I got one last thing here. This is another little medley. It's a song, two songs I just finished writing, so this is where I'm really going to take a chance, and usually you want to play stuff that you're familiar with here. This is a song called Monkey Town, which is my love affair with this new place that I live, Montgomery, and it goes into a song called Just a Tramp. Standing outside the Parkside Diner, the evening was at hand. All the dreams that they had shared had not turned out like they planned. She was in love, oh no, but not that far from it. He was a Midwestern boy on the land. People talking about the world, blame it all on sons and daughters. Naked time for sharing, tender loving caring's all we need. Yeah, maybe if I just was to share some special kind of prayer, we'd be on the scene. So now, baby, don't you turn your lamp down low, 'cause I'll be there. And then you will see that flame that you've been after, united and free. a place in the world. You gotta be a confidential seeker. Oh, oh yeah. Do 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 do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Give me a bottle of brandy, a shot of scotch, let me check my watch for the occasion. Said I'll be building up my guard for your invasion, 'cause it was you that caught my eye. Yes, it was you. You know you caught my eye. In New York City, I began to slowly lose my mind. And I thought that it was time for me to try making some changes. I might be lonely, but I'm all right. I don't need another reason for tonight. 'Cause baby, if I'm hungry, yeah, you know I can eat. That's when I saw her. Yeah, she was walking down 52nd Street. The crown and jewel, the Empire State, was right in front of me. Yeah, I asked her for a name. She said it's all the same, but tell me, baby, what do you eat? I said, not much lately, dear. Where should we go? She said, the choice is yours to make, Daddy. I don't know. You better check your wallet first, right before we go. And then it hit me. Oh, good Lord. This pretty young thing, she's just a tramp. She was just a tramp. Man, I was shaking. Them candy store jitters got the best of me, but I can see where the next one's coming from. Ain't no need to run. Yeah, we're gonna brown bag it down to subway train number 6. You know that's where I get my fix. Doing time with stanky people, sour clothes and sour breath. The aristocrat is at my right and heaven hills to my left. I'm just feeling no forgiveness. I'm just looking for some peace. Somebody please, oh please, please, please. And then it hit me, like they always said, I'm just a tramp. I was just a tramp. I used to think I was so cool. Then I found out I was just a tramp. Mama say a prayer for me tonight, 'cause I'm just a tramp. Yeah, Daddy lent me money once again. Time to pay the bills, 'cause I'm just a tramp. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I want to thank Jeff and the Montgomery Area Musicians Association. This has been a blast. Just a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Ziggy from Kool 95.5. Tonight hosting your show, Friday Night Live.
No, not local bands, because most of the radio around here only do top 20, so you don't hear about the local bands, and it's hard for them to get recognition even in the area that they live in.
You know, I'm gonna be careful here. I'm gonna walk a fine line with that question because, you know, I don't, honestly, with local bands, I really don't think so. You'll hear some of the college radio stations might pick it up. Some of the independent stuff will get done, you know, through independent radio stations and stuff. But because we've become so corporate anymore in radio that the broadcasting companies almost tell you what's going to be a #1 hit, and you forget to look at the guy that's sitting right next to you. You know, he'll be right there, and unless that radio station that's corporately owned tells you that's the #1 hit, you'll never know it. You'll never hear it. So, you know, we really wanted to open the door up to guys that are really kind of getting to the next step. They're putting their time into learning how to market themselves. They're learning how to write contracts. They're learning how to record. They're learning what good sound is. You know, it's one thing to take your guitar and make it sound good in a live performance, but we really want to, they're starting to learn about how to mix it up so that it sounds digitally good when it's recorded for play on the air. So,
honestly, about the only times I've really heard local music is from the radio station in Troy. Then I've heard a few, occasionally I'll hear the local bands. Most of the other stations I listen to, I haven't heard.
I'm Jeff Cummings, or you can call me JC. I'm the president of Mama. I'm also in a band called King B, and you're watching Friday Night Live.
Hey! That's right. Welcome back to Wishbone Studios. Here, I'm Ziggy, your host with Friday Night Live, hanging out with Scott Grant. Give it a round for this guy. To our studio audience in here tonight, are you guys still having a great time with the music that's here tonight? And let's get a big round of applause for our audience around the world. Okay, let's do that. Let's give them one too. Right on?
For yourself.
So, hey, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this has been great. It's my pleasure to know you. Absolutely. I've enjoyed having you on the air on Kool, and we're enjoying having you on the show tonight. You really expanded your talents tonight. I'm telling you, you are phenomenal. So my question is which, now that you've become famous, you're kind of following, no, seriously. I know, right? All the way around the world you've been heard tonight.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hold on.
He only has like $1 because he's, you know. Anyway, which famous musicians do you admire, though? I mean, people are going to be admiring you tonight now. Who is your ad? Who do you admire?
Jimi Hendrix, Paul McCartney, Howlin' Wolf, you know, so many. Like I said earlier, I love country, I love blues. I mean, it all, if it's good music and it hits the heart, then I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, you're going to be, I mean, you're very rich with what you do. Great style. You got a great look about you. You know, the other thing we've talked about too is your music and how it's influenced you. And I know that you've listened to like old records and stuff like that. Which records are those that have influenced you, and really how have they influenced you?
The stuff I heard when I was a kid. I give my dad a lot of credit for turning me on to good music and putting my first guitar in my hands. You know, he listened to the Beatles, and he liked, where we went different, he liked, you know, like Simon and Garfunkel, where I'd rather hear like, you know, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, my dad listened to a lot of good, and some of it was unlikely stuff like Donna Summer and Boz Scaggs, stuff like that kind of touched me when I was a kid.
That's okay though, yeah, that's all right, yeah. It's great music too, and it definitely shows in yours. What are some of the bands? You've done some big tryouts with some bands, you've played with some great folks, and something like I heard about Red Hot Chili Peppers or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I auditioned for them in 1993. I took a bus out to Hollywood from Birmingham. It took me 2.5 days to get there, and the band wasn't there. The road crew put the audition on in their rehearsal place in North Hollywood, and I mean, I was one of like several hundred.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, they looked at me for a while and they said,
well, I tell you what, they're probably looking at you tonight going, doggone it.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right?
You could have had this.
Scott, you know, we've had conversations about, okay, I was born here, I live there and stuff like that. Where do you claim is your hometown?
Birmingham, that's where I grew up, went to high school, drank my first beer and wrecked my first car and all that stuff.
Of course, you're palling around with us down here in Montgomery and everything like that. And of course, you mentioned the Montgomery Area Musicians Association and doing stuff like that. So it's really opened some doors?
Yeah, moving to Montgomery has been the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. The circumstances at first were sketchy at best, but there's one guy I have to thank for Pat Rance introduced me to most of the musicians that I play with today is because Pat Rance introduced me to them.
Yeah, Pat Rance is another local musician here in the Montgomery area, and we would be amiss if we didn't talk about Pat, because Pat certainly talks about us, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, we can't even see on air what Pat says, I'll tell you. So listen, you've been out touring, did some bands and things like that. One of the questions that I often get asked, well, I don't get asked because I'm always sitting down here watching you, but one of the big questions I always get asked is, what's the craziest thing anybody's ever thrown up on stage while you were performing?
When you say thrown up, you mean like puked or?
Let your heart guide you. Dun, dun, dun.
It's nothing unusual. It would be, some underwear of some sort. Might have been when my guy I used to play with threw his dirty boxers at us,
Hey, listen, the other thing I was going to tell you, that's nuts, man. I really want to say what I want to say. I was like, did they stick?
No. No, I put them on and wore them. They were cleaner than the ones I had.
From being on tour, it's like, there you go. Hey, listen, you've got an album too. I've got a handful of them right here, actually, and if you were in our studio audience tonight, you could have one of these albums here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody help yourself to these things. I just want people to hear them. I've got boxes of them, so help yourself.
This one here, it's an album called Gemini. Features Scott Grant. It's a great album out there. It's got a lot of influence. What do you think really dominantly influences this record? And the other question is, for those that are around the world that want to get a hold of a Scott Grant album, how do we get it to them?
Well, I've got a bunch of the hard copies, but it's available digitally on all major music services, iTunes, Amazon, eMusic. Anywhere you look up on the internet, you look my name up, you'll find that album and you can get it. I don't know if I'll get the money, but somebody will. And I foolishly bought 1,000 hard copies and I still have like 846 of them, so yeah, I forgot people download stuff now, 21st century.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll drive them around Montgomery. We'll just toss them out the windows. They'll
That's
get to
fine.
somebody. That's right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Scott Grant right here tonight on Friday Night Live. Outstanding musician, great sense of humor, hanging out with us Montgomery musicians, cool classic hits. Glad to have him on the show. Everybody that's around the world, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's Two-Tone, the Alabama Gangster, and you watching Friday Night Live.
There's a lot of great players here, and like you have like Birmingham and Huntsville, Mobile. So it's a tight unit here, and you got that new group called Mama. It's really trying to build some stuff, and I think it's strong. And heck, a lot of great musicians are from Montgomery. You got Eddie Floyd, you got Wilson Pickett from Prattville, of course Tommy Shaw, Jamie Johnson. So
there's a lot of people come in and out too.
Yeah,
a lot of people come in and out of here too that have played here for a while. Stayed here for a while, left, and come back. So we get a lot of people that like.
Well, it's gotten a lot more intense in the last few years. There's a lot better musicians in the Montgomery area than there has been in the last few years. And it benefits everybody. There's so much music here. There's so much history of music in Montgomery. And to be able to go and see local bands now that come out and have the caliber of bigger bands around the country nationally, it's just phenomenal.
I think it's slowly building back up close to where it used to be. Bands are starting to get along with each other more than they had been in the past, and I believe it's going to get stronger and keep building up from there.
But back in the day, it seems like there was a lot more going on musically in Montgomery. Montgomery has a rich musical heritage anyway. You think about all the people that came from Montgomery and cut their teeth here and went on to bigger and better things. The list is a mile long. I don't need to go over it for you, but back in the day, it just seemed like there were more opportunities for musicians to play. I was saying today, back in 1984, I was in a band. We were on the college circuit. We were getting paid $500-600 a night, to a packed house, and that was many years ago. And there were just a lot of live bands and a lot of desire and demand for live bands. And now that we're in the internet age and everything else, where you can download everything in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail and everything's digital, it's all online, it just seems like maybe we've gotten away from that a little bit, but we certainly have the talent here in Montgomery to be able to bring that back.
I don't get a chance to get out very much to the local clubs and so forth. As old as I am, I'm pretty much old as dirt these days, but I do know, I hear what's going on, and I know that the clubs are welcoming new acts, and I think the people, the fans are out there supporting the new acts around the area too. That's great.
It's growing. We've had local bands that have played forever here, and we get new bands, so it's getting to pick up here.
Well, what I have found, there's not as many venues in Montgomery for band scenes anymore, and that's why a lot of people have gone to more of a single act or single entertaining. I wish there was more situations where we could develop into having bands again, because I've always enjoyed playing with bands and kind of fronting great musicians who I've played with over the years, you know.
We have a good local band scene. I wouldn't go as far as great. The problem is with the local music in Montgomery is certain clubs only allow certain genres, certain style music.
I think it's thriving and doing very well. Considering when I first started about 2.5 years ago, the scene was kind of, I don't know, kind of mellow. Not really dead, but mellow. Hanging on by a thread, I would say. So, but now that Mama's in town, I see a lot more camaraderie. So, a couple years back, you wouldn't have seen, you know, bands supporting each other. They would have been more going head to head.
I would say it's more up and coming. It seems like Huntsville's maybe been around. As far as when I say been around, you know, it's an established scene, so to speak. It seems like the Montgomery scene is one that's just building. So I would say it's a new force.
When I first started rapping and doing music, it was strong on certain groups and it was good, but then through the years, it kind of fell off.
Right now, I can see where it's got so much room for improvement. I got spoiled. I'm from a city back in Florida that has a very vivid local music scene. And when I moved here, it took me forever, for one, just to find music in this city to go and listen to, and then trying to find live original music. And it's kind of sad seeing that the people out here in Montgomery don't seem to appreciate or even know that the music scene does exist out here. I'm hoping through Mama that we'll be able to get the word out and bring people in to see what talented artists we have out here, because we really do have a lot of truly talented artists in the Montgomery area.
Hi, I'm Sonny Greer, and you're watching Friday Night Live.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live right here at Montgomery, Alabama, broadcasting on Kool Classic Hits around the world. We also want to say thank you to the Montgomery Area Musicians Association for bringing the great talent to our studio audience in the house tonight. Are you guys having a great time? With that being said, I'm going to get out the way, because right now we've got Carissa Lee and her brother Kevin on guitar right here on Kool Classic Hits Friday Night Live. Stay with us.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Take what you get and don't ask for anything more. Forget all your troubles, leave them at the door. With good times ahead, there's so much more in store. Feels so good, yeah, like we've been here before. So keep your head in the clouds and your heart asleep. Well, baby, keep your head in the clouds and your heart asleep. Well, baby, and drink the finest wines and act like a pro. And if you play it straight, you'll find it hard to lose. Because the bottom's hard, but the top is way too cool. So keep your head in the clouds and your heart asleep. Oh, babe, well, babe. Keep your head in the clouds and your heart asleep. Oh, babe, well, babe, oh, babe, oh, babe, oh, babe. Whoa, babe, oh, babe, yeah, babe. Whoa, babe, oh, babe, oh, babe. Whoa, babe, oh, babe, oh, babe. So take what you get and don't ask for anything more.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys are awesome. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. A lot of hotties and hard bodies. I'm liking it. Next song we got coming up is the one we like to call the Bird Song.
This is what a little birdie told me. He thinks it's funny from his seat in the trees, watching the people run their outline, searching for something that they'll never find. He said, we're all on borrowed time. Take it right, yeah. We're all on borrowed time. Can't you see? Little birdie said, look out for the sheep. You never know what lies beneath. And as for the walls, baby, take me. That only cause heartache, pain, and misery. 'Cause we're all on borrowed time. Take it from me. And we're all on borrowed time. Can't you see? And then a bird says he walked away. Good luck, and if you do as I say, it'll all work out in the end. I wouldn't see you roll, my friend. 'Cause we're all on borrowed time. Take it from me. And we're all on borrowed time. Can't you see? 'Cause we're all on borrowed time. And we're all on borrowed time. Cause we're all on borrowed time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. And let's give a big round for Britt Johnson and Scott Grant. Weren't they
let's give it up.
awesome? Gotta love it, gotta love it. I love me some Britt Johnson. She's a little
What do y'all
hottie.
think about being at the first ever event like this?
It's pretty cool, right? Thank you, Mama. Yeah. You're awesome. Aww.
Thank you, Dina. All right, this next song's called Queen's Crown. Hope y'all like it.
6 o'clock and the sky is blue. Yeah, the day is dead. So many things to do. Yeah, the goals unsaid, and the tension rises, and just is lighting, and the tension rises, and just is lighting. There's not much that can be done to make this right. Too late to confess, so lies come to light, and the tension rises, and just is lighting, and the tension rises, and just as I did. So long I waited to burn that door down. So take the chance you're given, pass the queen her crown, and the tension rises, the tension rises, the tension rises, the tension rises.
Thank you. Thank you.
This next song we wrote a long time ago.
Yeah, we wrote it about a place you wouldn't want to find yourself at, basically, in a nutshell. And we always called it the Devil's Den, if you can understand that.
It's a pretty good one. I can see clearly now the pain was just enough. The wounds I've healed, but they left scars too deep to touch. And I'm on my knees and all out of love. I gave it away too fast, what's left just ain't enough. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are so awesome. We're super stoked to be here. We enjoyed it, every aspect. We want to thank Mama. We want to thank Wishbone.
Everybody.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys rock.
Let's hear it for
and
Mama.
Ziggy, of course, we got to mention him. And we're gonna close it out with a little song we call July Days. He hasn't slept in days, eyes bloodshot. He swore that he would change for her anything, but his last he hides in the bathroom sink. He doesn't know that she knows everything. There's no sun that comes July days. There's no sun that comes July. There's no sun. There's no sun. He comes in right at dusk, saying, hey baby, what's up? Looking good, yeah, you have a good day. But his eyes give him up, and she swears it's time. She's had enough, but he smiles and she dies inside. He thinks it's a lie. There's no sun that comes July days. There's no sun that comes July days. There's no sun. There's no sun. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You sure know how to show a girl a good time.
Hi, I'm Ziggy. You're watching Friday Night Live on Kool 95.5.
Approximately 2 years. They're very good. Six or eight. Sonny Greer.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. They all seem fine to me.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully,
That's-
not always.
Not always.
But Sonny backs him in.
He does.
Sonny always backs him in.
My name is Chris McBride. I'm the general manager of the Irish Bread Pub here in Montgomery, and you're watching Friday Night Live.
That's right, Friday Night Live right here. Hey, I'm super blessed to be here on Friday Night Live. Welcome back here, Cool Classic Hits, Montgomery musicians, and I'm here with Kevin Lee, Carissa Lee, or I should say Carissa Lee and her bodyguard Kevin and her. So, hey, listen, I've been kind of watching. I brought the iPhone up with. Did you guys see yourselves on the, look at that, there you go. Oh, that's not you. But look, almost like you.
Looks like I've aged a little bit.
You can actually catch the show tonight if you're streaming. Go to koolclassichits.com, everythingriverregion.com, montgomerymusicians.org, and click on the link to watch the show tonight. So around the world, of course, you're probably watching it. You already have done that. But if you're on the road right now listening to Kool 95.5 in the simultaneous broadcast of being video and audio, Kool Classic Hits, hit it on your phone right now. I give you permission to text and drive. I'm just kidding. So, no, we didn't do that. You can't do that. Don't do that. Stop and pull over in a parking lot. Watch the rest of the show from there.
Chris Lee does not endorse texting and driving, just
That's
for the
right.
record.
There you go. What am I, you know? Anyway. Hey, so listen, I've got Chris and Kevin here. Where are you guys from?
We are from Georgiana, Alabama.
All right.
Yeah, born and raised.
BC in the house.
That's right. So Georgiana, Alabama is a famous place from, we talked about rich heritage. Who's from Georgiana?
Hank Williams, of course. Boyhood home of Hank Williams Sr.
There you go,
Yeah,
Hank Williams.
our great-grandmother actually went to high school at Georgiana with him. And
with him.
When I was coming up playing guitar, I'd always get her to tell me stories about her and him, you know, seeing him at school and all, and it was really awesome.
She didn't date him.
Because he's one of my idols. You know, they might have had a fling.
She didn't tell us about that part, but she
You
just
know,
said he always brought his guitar to school and
She
would
said
play
Hank
it under
didn't
the tree.
kiss and tell, so neither would she.
So, hey, listen, Carissa, you play instruments too, though. What?
Of course, to play guitar.
Do ya?
Love it. That's how I write my songs.
Hey,
Gotta-
so listen, do you think there's going to be any duets here, Kevin, with you and your sister?
Oh,
here?
yeah.
For sure, dude. Like,
Definitely.
anytime she's ready to play, I'm ready to play
Will
gigs.
it be like dueling six strings?
No, man, it'd be more like harmonies of like
Oh, there you
Jerry and Lane.
Sure,
More of that
sure,
kind of
sure.
stuff.
Definitely.
So now you have other family members too that are musicians.
Yeah,
and
my
you-
brother.
Where's it all
older
stem
brother.
from?
Well, actually, both our parents played guitar coming up, and they actually had lessons from the same teacher before they even knew each other at the same time. So it was kind of odd they got together eventually, but yeah, we come
just
from a music
encouraged
family,
growing up.
and
Sure.
you
They
know,
bought
yeah,
us all our equipment.
encouraged a lot in our house.
Gave us our start.
Now you're a singer-songwriter,
Yes.
and so that means you write your songs and you go out and sing them in the public. Do you ever get nervous before performances?
I mean, any artist that tells you they don't get nervous is lying to you. So,
okay.
It's just because, you know, you're putting yourself out there. You're putting your heart out there. You're putting your soul out there. Everything I write is what I experience. And I really enjoy it when somebody can relate.
Sure, sure.
There's an old saying, and it holds up: if you don't get nervous, you don't care. So.
That's true. Okay, good point. Yeah,
I
right
like
on.
that.
I am petrified. Let me tell you, I am petrified. There you go. So, hey, listen, you guys have also been hanging out, doing a lot with the Montgomery Musicians Association. A lot of music, Central Alabama, very rich heritage. Of course, Hank Williams, as you've mentioned here before. Jamie Johnson's from the local area
Exactly.
here. A lot of folks are following through Jamie Johnson stuff, and you guys, you got a little influence there, don't you?
Oh yeah, I play a few Jamie Johnson songs with my band. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, look at here. Here's a
Big
right here.
fan, actually, believe it or not.
Yeah, there you go.
He's awesome.
I heard that he doesn't like to be called James, but that's okay. We'll save that for another day.
We'll call him James from here.
Okay, James Johnson. He's so. Listen, you started writing music. How old were you?
Man. Well, like I said, we started jamming at a really young age, but he pretty much told me at the age of 18, you're gonna write your own stuff, you gotta learn how to play guitar at the same time. So at 18, I picked up a guitar, started writing my own stuff. So about 18.
Sure, sure. And you've actually put a little bit on disc and some CDs have been kind of.
Yeah. Check it out, Chris Lee on YouTube.
I think I actually had her signed to a development deal before she played her first show.
You did.
Strangely enough.
Let me tell
Gotta
you, if it
love
wasn't for this
technology.
cat right here,
Just kidding.
there'd be no Chris Lee.
Nah, that's not true.
That's not true at
that's
all.
not true. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So, listen, guys, it's been really great to have you on the show tonight, Friday Night Live. Will we see you around the community and across America and around the world again in the future?
Definitely.
Yeah, got
I
some
hope
big
so.
influences. I hope to see you too.
For
Thanks
sure.
for joining us on the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Carissa Lee, her brother Kevin on the guitar here right now. Streaming on KoolClassicHits.com and around the world, Montgomery Musicians. I'm your host, Ziggy, and we will be right back.
Hi, I'm Tammy Bowman, and you're watching Friday Night Live.
Well, that's That's a pretty deep question. I mean, I think that by and large, radio's probably done as much as they feasibly could for local bands. First of all, you know, for radio to really support local bands, you have to have local bands that are playing original music and not so much covers. And so there has been a little lack of that over the period of time, over the period of years, but the bands that have done a good job at that have been supported more so by local radio. So I think that really comes back to the musicians themselves. If you want to attract attention and be able to demand the support of your local media, radio, in this day and time streaming or whatever, you need to be creative. You need to be able to put something out there.
People hadn't heard before.
Right. Well, it still has its own category of importance, but certainly they don't have the captive audience that they once had. You know, when I was a kid coming up, the radio was all we listened to. That's all you had to listen to. And now there's so many options out there. I mean, I could, you know, bring up my iPhone right now in 5 seconds. You know, be listening to anyone that I want to listen to without commercial interruption. But the local radio here in Montgomery, in this area, I think they want to support. I've spoken with some of those people that they want to get involved with that, but we're going to have to build something worthy. Yeah,
Quality work will always shine through.
Absolutely. It is because you get the gospel out there on the airwaves. You know, you have people that begin to hear things they haven't heard before, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is really good. Where's this band from?" Montgomery. Oh, you're kidding me? Really? We thought they were from L.A. or Atlanta or Memphis or New Orleans or whatever. And we're trying to develop with Mama Montgomery's own music scene and our own sound. And if you go to Memphis, they've got their own sound. Nashville, of course, has theirs. New Orleans does. Athens, Georgia does. You know, most of these music towns have their own sound. Well, it takes more than money. It takes like-minded people with the same passion, and it takes being wise and putting your best foot forward. And certainly, it's got to come from. I think it has to come organically versus being contrived. Not to say that the city hasn't done a good job over the years with Jubilee, but obviously they've had to downscale it because it hasn't been as big of a success as it has been in the past. And I was talking to a gentleman today. He said that they actually, years ago, sponsored that first downtown concert and did it for a couple of years. And it was a free deal. And all the citizens came, they brought their coolers and the chairs, and they had stages set up, and it was the biggest thing Montgomery's seen in years. And then over the years, others got involved and became more commercialized. It was a $40 ticket, $50 ticket for 2 days.
And they're spending big money on big acts from out of town, and
they lost the focus.
Should have been local bands?
I think it should be a mix.
Yeah, I certainly think
and
it should
early
be a
on
mix.
it was a mix. They'd have local bands play early on and feature them. This is your chance to be, feature playing in front of Leonard
Do we
Skinner.
need festivals like that to build the scene along with everything else?
I think so, if put on the right way.
That would be great.
I'm all about, if I were going to put on a festival, the first thing I would do is make it absolutely free to attend. There wouldn't be a ticket price for it. I would have the local sponsors that wanted to be a part of that funded. Because if you're a sponsor, if you're an ABC sponsor, and the reason you're doing that is for exposure. Well, if you charge a $40 ticket price, your exposure is going to be inhibited by the fact that you have low attendance. Whenever, let's say for example, that sponsor may have decided to put $5,000 in the sponsorship, and they get exposed to 1,000 people because it's a $40 ticket price on it because they're booking national acts. Why not take it down to regional, maybe one national, a bunch of locals, have no ticket price, and let the sponsors kick in 10 grand because they're getting 5 times the exposure that they would get. And then you get more community involvement, you get more of excitement there, you get more support for your local bands, more exposure, and a greater appreciation by the local community. That's just my opinion.
What you said.
Yeah, you think?
I agree.
It's not that difficult, is it?
No.
Hi, this is Ziggy. Welcome to Friday Night Live.
We got to see you twice. Hey guys, welcome back to Friday Night Live. Kool Classic Hits, Montgomery Musicians Association. I've got a great band I've got a great band right here for you now. Montgomery Musicians and Kool Classic Hits, Friday Night Live. welcomes Federal Expression to the stage. You're gonna love them. Stay right with us.
Good evening. This first song is called Dancing Maiden.
Oh, dancing maiden, please sit down. Don't slip on the ice and break your pretty crown. There's someone in my house, and I'm the only one here. Joe said there is no smoking allowed in here. We're close, I don't know what is wrong with him. He must be hurting deep within. I'm on a long trail to Joe's house, and I got my boys and we're tripping out. We're tripping out. We're tripping out. We're tripping out. Tell me what you think of me now that I'm insane. Because the way I'm feeling now, I can watch you dance away. Tell me what you think of me now that I'm insane. Oh, dancing maiden, dance away. We're close, I don't know what is wrong with him. He must be hurting deep within. I'm on a long trail to Joe's house, and I got my boys and we're tripping out. We're tripping out. We're tripping out. We're tripping out. Well, tell me what you think of me now that I'm insane. Because the way I'm feeling now, I can watch you dance away. Well, tell me what you think of me now that I'm insane. Oh, dancing maiden, well, dance away. Come on. tripping out. We're tripping out. We're tripping out.
Thank you. We are Federal Expression. We are happy to be here tonight. Thank you very much for having us. All the wonderful people that have put in a lot of work to make this thing happen.
Yes.
You know
Thank
who you are.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Thanks for having us. I'll take just a moment here to introduce you to all the guys in my band so you know who's up here playing. On my right, you got BB Harry, AKA the Big Tuner, Buddy Barnes. Right behind you got Trey Evans on the keys, also known as Ray Bowles.
Ray Bowles.
The ivory on that guy's keyboard came from a woolly mammoth that he came across trapped in the ice, I think, when he was vacationing in Antarctica last year.
Not true. Not true.
Out of the ice.
It's a lie.
Directly behind me, on the upright, Frederico Smythe.
Frederico Smythe.
The legend, the legend. Way back there in the way back is Mad Mardigan, Will Hudson.
Here in a biscuit. Biscuit.
On my far left, Wilbo Baggins of the Shire. William Gordon III on the harmonica and vocals tonight. To my direct left, Bernie the Blazer.
Bernie. So cute.
Bernie is our transplant from Georgia. He's been here a decade, though.
Bulge.
We're happy to have him.
Glad to be here.
I am the deep writer. This song's called Water Slide.
We've been up since dawn from the beginning. All day long, baby, laughs and cries. She don't know if she's losing or winning. She's just happy to be alive. Take me down to the riverside. Sit right down, let the water slide on by. Well, she says it's a sticky situation. I'm beginning to think she's right. She's over there just sitting in the corner. She's just trying to catch a ride. Take me down for a river ride. Fading shade, cool deal, make the trip alright. Make the trip alright. Make the trip alright. Make the trip alright. Ain't been that long since we've been together. But the way I love you, it seems like it's been forever. I ain't never gonna let you go. And this is how I let you know. I take my hand and I show you what I mean. Federal Expression.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, baby, things will be alright. She thinks I'm her sole possession. I'm telling her to get in line. Take me down to the riverside. Sit right down, let the water slide on by. Let it slide on by. Let it slide on by. Let it slide on by.
All right. Look at y'all coming alive out there. Look at you. Clap for yourself. You're beautiful. I love you. All right. So this next song.
Have we played this next one before? It's newer. It's
This
newer.
next song is brand spanking new.
We just wrote it.
Just for you guys.
Just for you.
It's called Breathe. Now, people ask, say, hey, where do you guys write your songs? Where do you get your material from? And we say, yeah, sometimes it's from experiences and opinions and battles won, battles lost, and all that good stuff. Sometimes we just get together in the laboratory. And
It's a medical laboratory.
Yes.
Medical. Medicinal. It's a medicinal laboratory. Is that?
Will picked that harmonica up last week while he was backpacking in Colorado. Think about it.
Sweet, sweet Colorado. The backpack was heavier when I got it home. Crazy.
He had to drive home.
Not for long, though.
So this next song's called Breathe. Sometimes we get a little whimsical and come up with little ditties like this.
When I thought about life and I thought about you, dreaming of the times we missed and the pictures that I drew of you. One time in the past was holy, whoa. The prize on the pedestal is your love, sweet love. And all that I really want is you. Damn. When I thought about death and I thought about sex, every time I look at you and every time I touch, your curse just knocks me to the floor. The prize on the pedestal is your love, sweet love. And all that I really want is you. She said to me, breathe some life into me. Bring your light down the road. Breathe some life into me. Revive my soul. When I thought about stars and I thought about dreams, 'cause nothing's ever quite as it seems, but you always leave me wanting more. The prize on the pedestal is your love, sweet love. And all that I really want is you. She said to me, breathe some life into me. Bring your light down the road. Breathe some life into me. Revive my soul. Come on. thought about life and I thought about you, dreaming of the times we missed and the pictures that I drew of you. One time in the basket, holy was the prize on the pedestal is you love, sweet love. And all that I really want is you. She says to me, breathe some life into me. Bring your light down the road. Breathe some life into me. Revive my soul. Breathe some life into me. Bring your light down the road. Breathe some life into me. Revive my soul. Revive, revive, revive my soul. Revive and revive and revive my soul. Revive and revive and revive my soul. Revive and revive and revive my soul.
That was the first time we ever played that song. Except for rehearsal. All right, now, so any of you guys, I see a lot of people that have come see us play from time to time, and we sure do appreciate that. We love you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. So if you've seen us before, you know that acoustic is kind of not really what we do. We are a very loud and rambunctious band, but we have a lot of good fun doing it. You know, what can I say? This next tune is one that Mr. Barney the Blazer right next to me wrote. He, when he moved here 10 years ago, I think he had one channel. I think it was channel 3 or whatever the public channel was, and he started.
Hard times.
Hard times, right? I think he was watching car commercials. You know, some of our local car commercials and stuff. Anyway, he fell in love with Montgomery. He fell in with the rich history of Montgomery, the good and the bad. And over a little period of time, wrote this little number, and we've adapted it as our own. It's absolutely wonderful. This song is called
Streets of Montgomery.
Streets of Montgomery.
Guess it was something like this. Home of the biscuits, the Hornets, and the Dr. Martin Luther King. And Rosa Parks show wouldn't take a backseat and started something that you wouldn't believe. In the streets of Montgomery, capital city, Gumtown, USA. In the streets of Montgomery, capital city, Gumtown, USA. At the Riverwalk and Dexter Avenue, cruising on the Harriet II, and we've got a life-size statue of Hank Sr. hanging out downtown. Yeah. One rainy night in '65, a movement of people kept their dreams alive. From Pettus Bridge to the Capitol, yeah, they marched right into history. On the streets of Montgomery, capital city, Gumtown, USA. in the streets of Montgomery. Capital City, Gumtown, USA. Home of the Biscuits, the Hornets, and the Dr. Martin Luther King. And Rosa Parks show wouldn't take a backseat and started something that you wouldn't believe in the streets of Montgomery. Capital City, Gumtown, USA. In the streets of Montgomery, Capital City, Gumtown, USA. And we've got a life-size statue of Hank Senior hanging out downtown. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ziggy. Welcome to Friday Night Live. Hello, I'm Evil Bernie.
State your name and what you do for the company.
I'm Alicia Ingram, and I'm the HBIC of Kool Classic Hits.
State your name for the camera.
Ziggy Luis.
Benjamin Anthony Hagler.
You're watching Friday Night Live. You're watching Friday Night Live. Wait a minute. Sing it like the Bible, brother. You're watching Friday Night Live. We're Federal Expression, and you're watching Friday Night Live. I'll say we're Federal Expression, and you're watching Friday Night Live. We're Federal Expression, and you're watching Saturday Night Live. I said Saturday Night. I did. Yes, I did. Live from our basement, we're Federal Expression, and you're watching Friday Night Live. We're Federal Expression, and you're watching Friday Night Live.
I'm gonna be honest, Montgomery, Alabama, you're not supporting your local artists. You're not supporting your local artists. Not like you're supposed to be doing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Friday Night Live. Listen, that's right. We want to thank New Media Streaming tonight for bringing all the video tonight. We also want to thank Guest House Studios for the great audio mix. These guys sounded great because of that. We want to thank the Montgomery Area Musicians Association also, and Kool Classic Hits for carrying it tonight on Kool 95.5 and across and around the world. I also want to thank, big special thank you to our guest tonight, Britt Johnson, right over here. Shout it up here. The tall girl behind me, Carissa Lee. Big thank you for her. Scott Grant, the comedic goalie right there. And the last band, you guys harmonizing great right here on Friday Night Live with Montgomery Musicians Band, Federal Expression right here on Kool. To everybody around the world that's dialed in and streamed on Kool Classic Hits and all the other venues that we've had, thank you very much for joining us tonight here on Friday Night Live. I tell you what, you rock, stick with us, we'll do it again.
Let's make some music, Colorado.
I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss your baby rolling in your arms. Lord, I could not take my rest.
I lay down last night, Lord, I could not take my rest. Oh, my mind was wandering like wild geese in the west. I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss your baby from rolling in your arms.
Fatback Skeleton, get the song. You butthead. Jimmy Crack,
The sun will shine in my back door someday, and I shine my light through.
Yeah, that's what you call blowing
Mr.
it
Fatback
right there.
Skeleton, give it up, go!
Thank you.
I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss your baby from rolling in your arms.
Break it down right here, boys.
I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone, long gone. I know you rider gonna miss me when I'm gone, long gone. Gonna miss your baby rolling in your arms.
All right, thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. Thank you for coming.